What's up, guys? Mike B, aka Phony. This is TuesdayS Trials Evolution Tuesdays. This is another one of those tracks where you just kind of fall uncontrollably all the way to the bottom, and then when you get to the bottom, you somehow manage to get a decent time because you're not doing anything but falling. So I decided to play it backwards to make it look like I actually put forth some kind of effort. I mean, look at these, man. I can barely control my own bike skills. So legit. Yeah. Here's a great track that I found, themed after, of course, Wipeout, complete fucking dickhead edition. This is, for those of you who are uninformed, right, Wipeout was the Americanized version of MXC, the westernized version, if you will. Had John Henson, hilarious guy from Talk Soup, and of course Jill Wagner, who's just hot. Now this, of course, is just as unforgiving as the damn shows. I mean, look at this. I don't even know what to say, it's ridiculous. But it does incorporate some really sick mechanics. I mean, stuff like this. We've seen hooking your bike on things, hooking your forks on things, and doing flips and whatnot. But this guy actually takes these mechanics and turns it into stuff that actually relates to the show. Not only that, but it lasts almost as long as the show itself. I mean, it took me about 10 minutes to get through the whole thing with like a billion crashes, but even the fastest time was sitting at about 3.5, 4 minutes, which is a long time for most of these tracks. Typically they last between like 30 seconds and maybe 2 minutes. But anyways, this guy pretty much nails it. He even put in a wipeout zone. I mean, like everything is there except Jill Wagner. There we go. And we might as well throw these guys in too. All right, fine, there. This track I'm gonna play in its entirety because I feel like you absolutely have to be here for the entire thing to really absorb what the F is going on. I'm riding a green slime. It has 1, maybe 2 hit points from the original Dragon Warrior. The music playing in the background, that's also from Dragon Warrior. Can you believe this? I've seen so many retro throwback tracks. Never one. Am I gonna make that? I'm gonna make that. Damn, I'm amazing. Okay, I've seen so many throwback retro tracks. Never once have I come across one that had a custom soundtrack. I don't know if I've actually come across one that had a custom soundtrack at all. I don't even know how they do it. Do they upload and attach stuff? Or is there like some kind of weird track mechanic that's playing tunes like Minecraft style? I have no idea. All I know is that this is the best track in the world because Dragon Warrior. And if anybody mentions Dragon Quest, I'm gonna punch him in the dick. And the award for taking a theme and just really going way too far with it goes to Lightwiz Live for his take on Stargate SG-1. He even had the portal physics going, and the whole thing is completely ridiculous. There's so much stuff going on, so many camera changes. I almost feel like it's not even a track anymore. I'm just there to watch the show. I'm just holding down the right trigger every once in a while and just letting things happen around me. Look at getting shot at and all this stuff. It's another gate, sure, why not? Come out the other side and then blam. Now what? I mean, it's completely out of control. Again, it's like the track is just one big QuickTime event and I'm activating the entire thing by just holding down the right trigger and just letting it happen. Yeah, sure, there's some elements here that I have to kind of be careful of and be aware of my surroundings and whatnot, but he just threw them in there to just create, so we could call it a track, so we could say, oh yeah, here's a custom track. There's no other reason for it. It's a flying thing shooting stuff at me, things are falling over. Oh hey, look, another gate. But first, how do people even do this kind of stuff? I don't even know what's happening anymore. All I know is that I made it to this final gate, and then I've destroyed the warship. Boom. It's terrible. Seriously? Oh, I cannot believe somebody put this in here. It's luckily though, it's not as difficult as the original Impossible game. Because I did beat it on my second try. My second attempt, I beat it, right? But it's one of those things where you just get lucky and then you can never ever do it again. I'm trying to do it for the second time here, right? Just to see if I can. Kind of like the first track I showed you guys today where you're falling uncontrollably to the bottom, right? It's like, oh hey, I was able to do that twice. Twice means you know what you're doing, right? Well, admittedly, I have no idea what I'm doing because I wasn't able to do this more than once. I kept making stupid mistakes because that's what happens in the impossible game. Now, the bar has been set. If we don't create, if somebody doesn't take the responsibility, the task of creating QWOP in Trials, then I don't want to live on this planet anymore.